Hey up, it's Steve from Old Yorkshire Geek. And welcome to Magnificent Mondays, episode 50, I think. Yes, 50, the half century already. And this week we're doing Deep Rising. And Wingrace asks, is this a boys spin-off? Because it's about the deep. Well, there's kind of an octopus thing in it. But nobody has sex with it. As far as I know. And Josh Temple's here. Harpoon at the ready. We need it today because we're fighting beasts from the ocean depths. Anyway, Deep Rising today. A cool film from 1998. Although it was filmed, I think filming was in, I've forgotten. Hang on, let me check. I've got it written down somewhere. I think 1996. Yes, filming was in 1996. It was supposed to come out in 1997. It was delayed a year. And it ended up coming out in 1998. Directed by Stephen Sommers, written by Stephen Sommers. Why am I saying it like that? Sommers, whatever. Starring Treat Williams, Famke Janssen, Anthony Heald, Kevin J. O'Connor, Wes Studi, Jason Fleming, Jimon Honsu, and many, many more. With a cool musical score from Jerry Goldsmith. It had a budget, $45 million, and it lost a bucket load of money, apparently. But it got kind of a cult following when it appeared on VHS and later DVD, home video. It got a cult following then. I don't know what the worldwide box office was, but in America and Canada it were only $11 million, so I imagine it can't be much more worldwide. But anyway. But it's a much, not much maligned, but it's a much loved film, that's what I'm trying to say. A lot of people like this, and I think it's one of Stephen Sommers' best films. He went on after this, he went on to do The Mummy and Van Helsing and stuff like that. And apart from The Mummy, I think this is his most beloved film. I think it's his best film, to be completely honest, because it's a lot of fun. Congrats, by the way, spotted your chat in a video response to Sidetrek. Oh, okay. Spotted my chat in a video response. I don't know what that means. I know they were doing a stream. Was it yesterday? I can't remember. It might have been yesterday. And I just said something in. I can't remember what I said. A couple of chats in there, a couple of posts, but I don't know what congrats are for. Anyway, and Windgrace goes on to say, I love Van Helsing. It's kind of a guilty pleasure, isn't it? It's a terrible film, but it's kind of fun. But anyway, and some people might say the same about Deep Rising. Right, is that it then? Is that it? Shall we just get on with it? But before we start, don't forget, like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. We're live on YouTube, let me double check. We're live on YouTube, yes. We're live on Rumble, and we're live on Twitch. Yep. Windgrace goes on to say, they show footage of the live stream and your chats were on screen. Oh, right, okay. Cool. I can't even remember what I said. No, I can't remember what I said. Never mind. Can't have been important. Right, where were we? We're also, well, I've said that, haven't I? Later on I'll upload it to Spotify and Amazon Music podcasts. You're always live in our hearts. Says Archmage Frey, that mysterious man from Twitch. I'm also on X, Instagram and Facebook. Links are in the description, as I've links to my 2 books. Got to keep looking at these. Oh, shift. Silent Predator, a short horror novella about big cats eating people in a North Yorkshire village. And Mercury Rapids, a light-hearted sci-fi action-adventure about UFOs and stuff and alien abductions and things like that. Comets, the moon, etc. I've also got a Patreon page where I do exclusive videos and early access stuff and things like that. I should do more, but, it's hard doing more. But anyway, I've also got a merch page, links in the description, where you can get stuff like that. T-shirts with my stupid cartoon face on and other things. Right, we'll get on with the film. As usual, we'll not be just watching the film because YouTube will have a conniption fit. Is that the term? Something like that, isn't it? And take my channel away from me. So I'll be watching it in a series of stills, trying to remember the info. I've got the DVD, but I can't find it, so I haven't been able to listen to the audio commentary. But I watched the making of that were available on YouTube and all that stuff. So anyway, so right, off we go. Josh Temple says, before we go, everything you talk about, it's important. If only. Something my beard's gone all curly. Why does my beard curl up? I've got some beard oil as well. I use beard oil and comb it in, but it still curls up. Look, that bloody Captain Birdseye. Anyway, that's the reason I haven't started memberships. I can't do more exactly. I haven't started membership on mine. Like if I get to 1,000, I might start, but subscribers, 1,000 subscribers. But anyway, anywho, right, let's get on with the film. So I make myself titchy tiny, but first I've got to where are we? Do that and put myself down in the corner, because I always go in the corner. Right, and I'll full screen this baby, and then I will add it to the thingy. Right, off we go. Let's see if it's going to work. Right, there we go. Hollywood Pictures, remember them? Remember, it's not Pictures or Studios, I can't remember. Pictures. Remember them? You know, when Disney used to make, proper stuff through Hollywood and Touchstone. That was when Disney made real films, wasn't it? Luckily, your name isn't Baby. No, it isn't. I don't think anybody's ever called me Baby, ever. Even when I were married. But anyway. Right. So, there you go, deep sea reverberations. Right, off we go. Oh my, we have a bit of info. We have an infographic. Far below the South China Sea lies an underwater mountain range with canyons deep enough to hide the Himalayas. Why would you want to hide the Himalayas? But anyway, deeper than any man or machine has ever explored. Is that entirely true? I don't think so. Maybe it was in 1998. There we go. Throughout the centuries, countless vessels have vanished into these waters without a trace. Vessels disappear everywhere, don't they? The sea's a dangerous place. If you look up how many ships just vanish without a trace, and I'm not talking like pleasure yachts and stuff like that. I'm talking about massive ships, like over 10,000 tons. It's surprisingly large, but you never hear about it. Something like 200. I think it was like 200... In like 10 years, like 200 ships larger than 10,000 tons just vanished without a trace. Anyway, their disappearance has remained a mystery. Right, so there we go. Oh, and then we begin with a POV of presumably the beast of the film's thingy. Sorry, I thought somebody had done a chat and they haven't. So here we go. There it goes. Look, this segment was supposed to be longer apparently. And more elaborate with more CG, but for some reason they didn't have time. They either ran out of time or money, but it's long enough anyway. Some creature going through the murky depths, and we're seeing wrecks of ships and submarines and stuff like that. And then we get a glimpse of it, and we hear it going. That's what it does. It doesn't really roar. It just goes. That's the noise it makes. Sorry for being annoying. And then we get the title, Deep Rising. By the way, I think this film was shot entirely on sound stages, I think. So I'm guessing this speedboat is either a model or it's in, what they call it, like a tank. I don't know. And they just get quick shots of it going at speed. I don't know, but... in the filming locations, it just says studios, and apart from the end, there's a location shot at the end. That was shot in Malibu. But anyway, that conspiracy theory about the giant deep sea AI construct is frightening and cool. Oh, I haven't heard that one. Deep sea AI construct. Oh, I'll have to look into that one. Has Wi-Files done a video on it? Because I've been watching those recently. I've been watching lots of YouTube because I'm on YouTube Premium at the moment for a month. I signed up to it because I thought you could download videos with it. There's a download button, but you can't. It doesn't really download them. It just downloads them to YouTube, which is a bit pointless, isn't it? I want to download it to my computer, but never mind. So I cancelled it, but I've still got it free for a month. So I'm watching YouTube without ads. It's amazing. But I'm still not paying $12.95 a month or whatever it is. Anyway, hang on. He didn't do a video, but he talked about it in a live stream for an hour. I don't usually watch his live streams, to be completely honest. So there. I love the Wi-Files. Yes, so do I. I've been watching a lot of it recently. But not the live streams. And Josh Knapke's here. Yay, long time no see. Hey, I love this movie. One of my comfort flicks. Maybe in and out, though. Thanks, work. Bloody work, I know. Bloody work. Anyway. So as I said, right, so here we see the boat. I presume it's classed as a boat. Of Finnegan, played by Treat Williams. I don't know if the boat's got a name. I don't know. But anyway. Here we see him, Treat Williams. Apparently the late Treat Williams, he passed away recently, didn't he? He's super famous, but I only know him from The Eagle Has Landed, this, and I think that's it. I know he's been in loads of stuff, but I can't think of anything else he's been in that I've seen. Anyway, Wind Grace, I'll do a big, massive list now. But anyway, but it's cool in this. And there's his, by the way, he's got a crew of 3, so there's Finnegan, whatever she's called, I've forgotten. Hang on, I'll have to check. I can't remember. I'm useless, I know. Hey, where the hell are you? There you go. Where is she? Hey, Una Damon plays Layla. Right. You may know her from... If we get a clear picture of her. There you go. I don't know. You may know her from Spider-Man, the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man. She played the scientist in the museum or wherever the hell they were that were introduced us to the radioactive spiders. The boat never had a name. Engines did, yes, Hercules and another one. They had a man and a woman name, didn't they? But I can't remember what the woman's one was. I mean, he was in The Phantom. Ah, yeah, but I think you said you never watched it. I don't think I've seen The Phantom. Don't think I have. Is that Billy Zane, The Phantom? Don't think I've seen it. Anyway, if I have seen it, I've probably forgotten. That's what happens when you get old, kids. Anyway, so he's got a crew of Finnegan, who's the captain. I don't know if he's got a first name. Has Finnegan got a first name? John Finnegan. I don't think we ever learn it in this film, but anyway. Layla, who is some sort of engineer, mechanic, whatever. I don't know. She does everything. And Joey, played by Kevin O'Connor, who is he's the engineer. He sees to the engines and stuff. And they're in a storm, and they're getting wet through, and she's shouting at him and saying he's busy as well. He's driving the boat, but he's really playing poker or whatever. There you go. On his computer screen that he's supposed to have the radar on. And then it craps out, so he hits it, and then he shouts down to Joey Pantucci to fix the radar. So, you know, the boat's basically falling apart. But anyway, they're on a job, so they're working for Wes Studi. There he is. The great Wes. I love Wes Studi, he's great. Another actor I've not seen in a huge amount of things, but whenever he's in anything, he stands out, doesn't he? I've seen him in this, Dances with Wolves, whatchamacallit, that one about the superheroes, something men, Mystery Men, and loads of other stuff. What are you in, Last of the Mohicans? Yeah, I think he was in that as well, wasn't he? Anywho, The Phantom is highly entertaining, yes, Billy Zane, hey, why only my right ear? It's this bloody thing. I've set it for stereo as well, and it won't do it. Hang on, let me check and make sure. Audio. Yes, I've set it for stereo audio. God knows. It's because I've got one of these, what they call them, these different cables. It's not USB, and they only output in mono. Why are they so bloody expensive then? I don't know. Why does everybody use them? I don't know. Baffling. Anyway, so there we go. That's why I'm only in your right ear. But I've set it for stereo, so I thought to sort it out. Unbelievable. Right, anyway, never mind. Where were we? Have a jiggle. I don't know if that'll make any difference. Has that done anything? Anyway, I don't know. Thought it was my headset not working. No, it's this silly thing. Right, where were we? Oh, yes, they're working for Wes Studi, whose character's name is, I've forgotten, Hanover, of course, Hanover. It don't look like a Hanover, does it? If there's something called Hanover, it'd be German, wouldn't you? But anyway. Right, so he's working for them, and Finnegan's motto is, if the money's there, we don't care. You know, it's a no questions asked organisation. So to take him out somewhere in the middle of, presumably the South China Sea. So anyway, so there we go. So where are we? It's asked, where are we? He said, there, the middle of nowhere. And he says, and where's our final destination? And he must press a button or something, I don't know, but he just points at the screen, and then it does a line to there, middle of nowhere square. So anyway, and then we meet some of his crew. Can't remember what he's called. Can't remember any of the names. Vivo. No, Jimon Honsu plays Vivo. He plays Mason. This is Mason. Somebody else I was going to look up and I forgot. I forgot. Never mind. Too late. Right. My speakers regularly sputter in one side, so I thought it was me. No, it's me. It's me. Well, it's not me. It's this silly lead. I don't know how to get it to do it, you know, to output through both speakers. I don't know how. Anyway. I don't know. I'll have to look up and see if there's a splitter. See if I can get a splitter for it or something. Because I've got two inputs on this little box here that you can't see down there. You see it there? My little box that it goes into. But maybe I can get a splitter to put two in. But anyway. Your superpower is speaking in mono. Yes, I'd be mono man. Oh dear. Oh dear. Why don't do me magical monochrome videos? Anyway, right. So we're meeting the this is dodgy people. Anyway, so there we go. So we'll learn about his motto. So off they're still going. Look, not the best, you know. Doesn't look great, does it? To be honest, the effects in this film are pretty good, but sometimes the what they call it, compositing isn't great. I mean, that rain looks bloody awful, doesn't it? Speaking of Mystery Men, that would fit right in. This good film is Mystery Men. A film I've not seen that many times, about, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, but every time I've seen it, really enjoyed it. Anyway. Right, so, what the hell's that there? I've just noticed that. Why is there a boat there? They're supposed to be in the middle of nowhere, and there's a boat there. You see it? I'll have to go through this a frame at a time. Yes, there is. I mean, that's not where they're going. How bizarre. How bizarre. And you can see the horizon through the boat. Bloody hell, terrible. Oh, no, would it a fade? It would have fade, wasn't it? It would have fade. Would it? Yeah, it must have been. Would it have fade in? Go on, fade. I think it would have fade. Oh, yes, it was. It would have fade. It would have fade. A long one. Bloody hell. Passage of time, obviously. Right, so this is where we learn where they're heading for. This is the cruise ship, the Argonautica, the largest, most luxurious cruise liner ever built. So here we go. We have this bit here. Like I said, we zoom in on it, and it kind of reminded me. I was thinking it's like a reverse shot of the beginning of Star Trek First Contact. You know, when you start on Picard's face, and then it pulls back and just keeps pulling back and back and back, and it gets smaller and smaller in the screen. This is like a reverse of that. Because we're moving in on the ship, and then we're moving in on this little fella here who's standing on that balcony. Here we go, and he's enjoying a cigarette or whatever outside, and then he throws his cigarette overboard, and then presumably he walks in front of a blue screen, and then we're moving to the ship, the interior of the ship, which, you know, being a set somewhere, won't it? So anyway, it looks like all hell's breaking loose, but everybody's supposed to be having fun, all crammed in there. All these rich people, you know, being all rich, and these two kiss for some reason, don't know why. And then on the one-armed bandits, etc. Oh, there we see. There we see. They've got lots of money. Look, they've got money in the purse, and there's money being thrown about on the roulette table. There we go. 1,000 whatever bill. Whatever. I don't know. I think they're just different different sorts of money, aren't they? 2,000. No, lira, due mila. Oh, Italian. Banca d'Italia. Oh, so they're liras. 2,000 liras want a lot, wasn't it? I think when we did have liras, I mean, they've gone to euros now, haven't they? But I think when they did have liras, that's if they are liras. I don't know. Well, it must be because it says Italia, doesn't it? I think something like 2,000 liras were worth about £1. I'm sure it was. But anyway. So there's not that much money there, to be honest. It just looks good. That's maybe why they picked it. Why they just print out dollars, US dollars, and print out some $1,000 bills. Whatever. Anyway. So they're all having fun, and this is where then we're introduced to Famke Janssen. There we see the back of her in the red dress as Trillian St James. I think that's her name. And when she says Trillian, I immediately think of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's the only other person named Trillian that I could think of. The TV series, not the bloody awful film. The TV series, played by Sandra Dickinson, the wife of Peter Davidson, the Fifth Doctor. Anyway, she was called Trillian, which is shortened from Tricia Macmillan, I think. I think it was something like that, wasn't it? Trillian. But anyway, this is Trillian St James, and she's a thief. But so they're all having fun. Right, so Anthony Heald now plays Canton. The owner of the ship is spent his entire family fortune building this ship, the most luxurious ever conceived. They called it the Argonautica. It's a bloody terrible name, but what they called it that for, I don't know. But anyway, they call it something else. Maybe a reference to Jason and the Argonauts, because we'll see lots of skeletons later. Anyway. Yes, that's what I thought too. What the Trillian thing, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's what immediately pops in my head. Right, so here he is, welcoming everybody aboard. There we go. Everybody's so rich because he's smarmy, because he's good at doing smarmy, isn't he, Anthony Heald? You may know him from Silence of the Lambs, the smarmy bugger in that. And got eaten for his troubles, we assume. Anyway, so there we go. People we fire and stuff. There we go. Huzzah! So they carry on with their hedonistic ways as Trillian heads for the captain. There she grabs some champagne. There's the lovely Famke Janssen. We know she's been in everything, X-Men, James Bond, and other stuff. 100 Feet, which we did a while ago in Friday Night Appointment with Fear. What else has she been in? I'm blanking. Loads of other stuff. And I found out today, I am, that phrase, I am today years old. I found out she's not actually American. I thought she was. But she's not. She's Dutch. She's Dutch, is Famke Janssen. And she's had some work done. I was looking for videos of her, doing interviews and stuff to see what a real accent's like. And it's kind of like the same. It's slightly Dutch. I saw some recent ones. She's had work done. But anyway, she looks very shiny. What am I going to say? The actress originally supposed to play Trillian was... hang on, I've got to check because I've forgotten. Where are we? It says here somewhere. I've seen it somewhere. Where is it? Claire Forlani. Originally cast as Trillian St James, but she dropped out after 3 days due to creative differences. I think she was fired, basically. She didn't get on with Stephen Sommers. She was fired, so they got Famke Janssen in. They didn't want her originally because they thought she was too famous, but I don't know what she... I'm not too famous, too recognisable. Maybe because she'd done James Bond before this. Obviously she played, is it Anya on the Top? What is it, Anya? Well, on the Top anyway. The baddie in GoldenEye. Right, so... Anyway, so here she is, blowing a bubble. She's got her eyes on the captain. There's the captain. Captain Atherton. I've got to look him up. I know his face. I've seen him in a million things. But Where the hell is he? Derek O'Connor. I don't know. It doesn't look like a cruise liner captain to me, but anyway, never mind. Right, where were we? So she's got her eyes on him, so she's going to head over and bump into him. So she goes, "Oh, excuse me," and she grabs a bottle of champagne. They go, "Au revoir," and she heads out to I presume a different balcony. I don't know. It might be the same one that other fella were on, and she's got his wallet, as we can see. She's got his wallet. There we see. Captain Atherton. Where does he live? Where does he live? East Dean Avenue, wherever that is. London, I imagine. I don't know. Epsom, I think that might be. So, quite near London. But she's got that because she wants that card. That's a special card that she wants. And as she's doing that, and she says no money, so she throws his wallet away into the briny depths, the foamy. But then she hears a weird noise out at sea. Remember, they're in the middle of nowhere. Kind of not in the middle of nowhere, but essentially they are. That's a distant wailing, and that'd scare me as well. But I think, well, it could be whales or something like that, but it doesn't sound like whales. It sounds like, that's not what a whale sounds like, is it? Not like Dory does. Dory speaks whale, doesn't she? So she hears that and thinks, "Oh, crikey." Just thinks, "I'll head back inside," but not before she grabs the bottle of champagne. It didn't show her grabbing it, but she's got it in her hand there. She heads back inside, out of the rain. Then we cut back to the boat. All right, and we're going to get introduced to the rest of Hanover's men. This is T. Ray, played by, can't remember his name, the late Trevor Goddard, who I think is the most terrifying of these of this group of men, because I think he's really like that. I don't know, maybe he's just a really good actor, but you can tell, can't you, with his face. I think in real life he'd just kill you. He's passed away now. Let me check. I know he has passed away. Where is he there? Terry Goddard. He's actually English, but he's playing an playing an Australian. He was in Mortal Kombat. When did he die? In 2003, was found dead in his home. Right. He took his own life. They thought he took his own life, but it were an accidental overdose of lots of different sorts of drugs. Silly man. But he were only 40. And he looked like he would shoot you without any hesitation. But anyway. So he's not faring well. He's throwing up. This is the rest of the crew. This is Jason Fleming as... Don't ask me the names. I'm bloody useless. Jason Fleming as Mulligan. You may know him from... He were in the Jungle Book, the Stephen Sommers directed Jungle Book, which came out before this. He were in that. He were in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. What else has he been in? I can't remember. I'm blanking again. They did a remake. The BBC did a remake, a live version of the Quatermass Experiment. When they launched, I think they launched a new channel. When they launched BBC Three, they did or 4, whatever. They did a live version of the Quatermass Experiment, and he played Bernard Quatermass in that. And it was quite good, apart from one part where one of the actors forgot his lines, but that were funny. So there he's playing Mulligan. There's Cliff Curtis. He appears in quite a lot of stuff now as Mamooli. By the way, Ingrid says, "You need to watch the original Mortal Kombat 1 Day 2. I've seen one of them. I can't remember which one. I don't know if it's Annihilation or it might be the first one. I don't know. I've seen one of them, but I can't remember which one. He's playing a British chap. Cliff Curtis, we don't know. A Kiwi, don't know, or South Pacific Island. I don't know. It looks that sort. But his goal is to make love to a woman from every country on earth. Where are we? That's somebody else. I've forgotten his name as well. Clint Curtis as Billy. And on IMDb, the photo they've got of him is what happens to him in this film. Not a headshot of, the actor, like you'd think they would. It's actually his demise in this film. Oh dear. Good old IMDb. So that's him. It's always smoking. You see, he's got a cigarette behind his ears. Always got a cigarette going. And finally, they're going to show him. For God's sake. But by the way, they're all having fun and games, pulling guns on one another and knives, etc. And there's Jimon Honsu as Vivo. There he is. And they're teasing T-Ray, because remember he's feeling sick, so they're teasing him. He's teasing him about eating greasy pig's feet and elephant's eyes and monkey brains and making him sick. And then Billy blows smoke in his face and makes him throw up again. So they're all having fun. While they're all having fun, Joey decides to go and have a snoop about, pardon me, in the cargo hold. So here he is having a look, and this is where we learn that they've got torpedoes. There we go. He pries open one of the cases. They're trying to get in touch with him. He says, "I just need a minute." There we go. We see they've got presumably supposed to be Chinese made, because they've got other Chinese weapons, these Chinese machine guns. So they've got these Chinese torpedoes, and they've got several of them. Don't know why they've got several. They only need one, it seems. Oh, I don't know, though, saying that. No, never mind. No. But anyway. But he gets caught. He gets caught by the bad guys. There we go. They catch him. And then they start beating him up. And actually did kind of literally beat him up. They put loads of pads on him, on Kevin J. O'Connor. Because there was a director called Kevin O'Connor, wasn't there? Or was it Kevin Connor? No, Kevin Connor, wasn't he? Directed stuff like Warlords of Atlantis and Land That Time Forgot. That was Kevin Connor. They put loads of pads on him, and but apparently they were really kicking and hitting him, because they probably thought, he's got loads of pads on him, he'll be fine. But apparently he had loads of bruises afterwards. Apparently. There they go, beating him up. There you go. And they can hear it over the headset. And Layla says, "Go and help him." He says, "No, they're dangerous, they're men." But obviously he does go. As they're beating him up, there we go. 3 harpoons-ish. I don't know. Josh Temple. Harpoon darts. I don't know what they call them. Appear in the wall there. And Finnegan's come down with some sort of harpoon shooter. Is that a thing? Don't know, but he's got one. Says, "Stop beating up my man. I need him to keep this boat going." There you go, 20 hours there and back. If you beat his engine man then to death, they're not going to make it. So, it's a standoff. They're all pointing weapons at one another. And, they said they're going to kill him and all that. And he says, "No, you're not," etc. So that's it. There's a standoff. They're all pointing the guns at him. They've got a knife at Joey's throat. There we go. So, they all, cooler heads prevail. And they all back off. So, right. So, everybody, he gets Joey out of there. And as he's going up the ladder, he says, "Well, that's a year off my life." There we go. Anyway, back on the ship, Trillian gets into the there you go, security room, and takes out the easily bamboozled security camera just by sticking some gum on it, like that. Then she uses that card that she got from the captain to get into the vault. There we go. "Good evening, Captain Atherton," and opens up. And so she's stealing some jewellery, but then she gets caught. As you can see, hang on, there she is, look, taking some jewellery. But she gets caught by Canton and the captain and some security chaps. And so where we learn all about her. There we go, they've got a fax about her. There we go, Trillian St. James, born 74... She wasn't born in 1974, I'll tell you that. Was Famke Janssen. Hong Kong. When was she born? I think it's about 1965. I think she was born. But anyway, never mind. In Hong Kong. So there you go. Eyes brown, hair brown. 5'11". Blimey. It's a tall girl. She weighs 136 pounds. So there you go. She's wanted everywhere, basically. She's got a death sentence on 12 systems, etc. They haven't got a brig. Well, they have, but it's not finished. Maybe it's getting installed on Tuesday. I don't know. But so they're just shoving a larder. So there you go. They're shoving in the larder with the cabbage and other things, and Lucky Farms Oriental vegetables, whatever they are. Oh, you can't see that. It's behind me. Behind me, there's a little box that says Oriental vegetables. So there we go. So she's going to eat her way out of there. Meanwhile, the unnamed boat is still heading to middle of nowhere square. Layla's stitching up an injury on Joey's temple. And this way, telling him about the torpedoes that they've got in there. Saying, they're not nukes, but, they make a big enough bang to make your butt pucker image. Anyway, so this is where we learn that they're a thing. They're an item. So, there we go. We've got 8 or 9 of them. Right, so. That's where the show was, where they're arming them up now. They're like CDs in this. 1998 or 1996 when this were filmed. CDs have been around a while, haven't they? But I think CD-ROMs were probably a newish thing, weren't they, back then? So they've even got them built into the torpedoes, because, it's state of the art. So they're getting them ready. Handing out their new Chinese, what does he say? Chinese, there we go, M1L1 triple pulse assault rifle. If Sci-Fi Quest were here, he'd know all about these. But he isn't. Or maybe he is, I don't know. Maybe he's just not commenting. 1,000 round capacity. Thank goodness, because they shoot them like Billy-O without reloading. The rotating barrel. It's like a mini gun, isn't it? Or whatever they call them. There she is, having some champagne and some lemons and limes and some chocolates and sweeties and whatever these are. Pastries, God knows. And some jasmine. What the hell does that say? Read it. Jasmine something. Right. Alright, then somebody else goes into system operations, a mystery person, a mystery man, you might say, goes into this operations room, and then opens up, as you can see, hang on, in a minute when it does it. There you go. CDs again. Except they're not CDs, they're called something else. And I looked them up, and I thought, I've never heard of them. There you go, they swap them out, swap the ones that were in. Hang on, I might have to, it says somewhere, there's a for Pete's sake. They swap the ones that were in and put new ones in. But they're not CDs, they're called something else. Just bear with me. There we go. SDCs. SDC-ROM loading. I thought, is that a thing? I'd never heard of it. So I looked it up. I thought, but no, I didn't. There's nothing that came out of my search. So I'd maybe, like, I don't know, security disk control or something. I don't bloody know. Or something like that. But anyway, so they're loading up new software to basically disable the ship. They must have tiny TARDISes in the magazine for those guns. Yes, they must. To get 1,000 rounds. I mean, how much space would 1,000 rounds take? I don't know. Unless they're really little bullets, maybe. I don't know. But anyway. Anywho. So here we go. So, like I said, it's not turning off the ship. It's like taking control from the ship away. The ship's supposed to still be moving, but communications are taken out, and control of the ship from the crew is taken out. So there we go. There you go. Communications out and everything. You're starting, aren't you? Tell she's starting. Behave yourself. Get it, yeah. I think she wants to go out. Bear with me. Just look at this fella for a minute while I go let the cat out. She's been so good these last few streams. But anyway, so I'll be back in a mo. I'm back. She's gone out. I could do a game stream now. She's moved. Must be my fault. She's acting up to the... Yes, it must, because you haven't been around for a few weeks. She knows it's you, Joshua. Dear. Right, where were we? Oh, right, the ship. It's been disabled, but it's still supposed to be moving, apparently. So there's where they're all thinking, oh, crikey, we are sailing blind, he says. I don't know why they cast this fella, because he's not that good. But anyway. But then this fella, who kind of looks, I don't know, he looks familiar. Trying to think who he reminds me of. I can't think. But he's got rank of... Is that a commander's rank? I don't know. He picks something up on the radar. That's still working. Something's heading for him, or sonar, whatever it is. The scanners. And it's coming up at a super fast speed from below. And he does a countdown for some reason. There you go, 150, 140, 130. I'd be like, all right, we get the idea. It's heading fast. You don't have to do a countdown. Well, they do, because then we've got a countdown. There we go. We see its point of view. It hits the ship, stops the ship dead. So everybody does that. And I bet a lot of stunt people here, because there's a lot of people being thrown about. Look, so I bet this was a stunt man's paradise when on the however many days it took to film this bit. Probably took about 2 weeks or something like that to film this, 30-second scene. But everybody's falling about. She gets some boxes on her. Some oriental vegetables thrown at her. That's what happens to poor Trillian. Meanwhile, everybody else is... the ship's stopped now. So everybody's getting up and looking, what's happening? And people are all covered in cuts. Then they hear this horrible noise, ow! So they all start running away for some reason. And so they're all running down corridors and falling over. And this poor woman, look, poor lass. She goes running down there. So they all go outside. Don't know where they're going to. She runs into the bathroom. Locks herself in. She's the Gennaro from Jurassic Park of this film, isn't she? Except the T-Rex don't get her, so she's sitting on the toilet, but she don't last 2 minutes because something grabs her. Squishing sound, roaring, growling, and there we go. She gets pulled into the shitter, so to speak. There we go. That's the first bit of blood of the film, sort of, monster created blood. Right, then we cut to this shot. Is what I'm thinking. Was it filmed in a tank or something, or maybe it's just on a set with a blue screen? I don't know, but you can see the fitting something on the front of the boat. Obviously, a torpedo launcher. Anyway, so that's what they're doing there. So we're getting to obviously their plan. They're going to sink the boat, the cruise liner. But they don't know they're going there yet, because they don't know the cruise liner exists. So anyway, they say, what's going on here? But hang on, I've missed something. I'm going to have to go back now, because I missed a bit. When the ship got hit, just give them. There we go. When the ship got hit, there we go. This speedboat got dislodged. There it goes, and that ends up in the sea. So obviously the ship is still drifting. It's not at a dead stop, but obviously its momentum or its speed has stopped. So it's obviously still drifting because this speedboat gets quite away from the ship, as we'll see. That's gone in the water. And she gets pulled down the bog. Right, so and then he's saying, stop putting holes in my boat. And then he gets a ping on the radar. And said, no, we're out on top of, what is that? There we go. And it's the speedboat. In a minute. There he goes. Gets his infrared binocs. There we go. They see the speedboat. It's got some light. Has it got lights? No, there's reflecting light. And I don't know what are on this speedboat. Must have had a lot of petrol in it or something, ready to go. But, bang, boom, explodes and nearly destroys his boat. Look. Oh dear. Everything's blowing up. There you go, all blowing up. They've got a hole in the boat. Right, Jezebel, that's the other engine. No power from Jezebel, and Hercules, pardon me, is dying. So they shut everything down, putting all the fires out. As you can see, there's a hole in the hull. Fires on the torpedoes, but they get them all out. And so they've got to repair the boat. So there was this cylinder head seized up on the engine. And so there's no way to fix it. That's where we learned that they hit a speedboat. Is that here? It says, what did we hit? Might tell us in a minute. I think we killed the speedboat, he says, because he finds a piece of the propeller in Hercules' cylinder head. Right, Layla's looking through them binoculars and sees the ship. There it is, a cruise ship. So that's obviously where they were headed. And there we go. He says, use their machine shop to fix their engines. So that's what they're going to go on board. But the others take over the ship. There you go. We'll take over from here. Guns cocking. A lot of cocking in this film. Later on, Famke Janssen does some cocking for Treat Williams. In a gun sense, obviously. Right, so here we go. So they pull up to the side of the Argonautica, and it's decided that they're all going to go on board, apart from Layla and Billy. They're going to stay here while she tries to fix the boat, patch up the hole in the hull and stuff like that. Right, so and everybody else is heading on to the Argonautica. Right, so off they go. And by the way, they talk about not getting up to hanky panky with Layla and Kevin O'Connor, all chivalrous. So stop talking like that about my girlfriend. So they have a standoff and stuff like that. Meanwhile, there's Finnegan's surfboard. Chekhov's surfboard for the end of the film. Kevin J. O'Connor is criminally underrated in everything he does. Yes, he's amazing. You don't see him in a lot, do you, these days? Well, not that I've noticed. He's really, really good in what I've seen him in. And he can play a goodie and a baddie. He can do it all, can't he? I say in this he plays, what's the word? I can't remember the word now, but you empathise with him, don't you? As a good guy in this, but in The Mummy is a bad guy, but a funny one. In Van Helsing is a bad guy again. Not quite as funny, but he still does his job. Anyway, right, so here we go. So they're heading onto the Argonautica. Don't know what all these numbers mean, but anyway. Oh, he's got his little, it's like his scanner, so he knows where they are in the ship. It must have, diagrams of the ship on here. And I wonder if he's like British Army or something, because he's got a beret. So I wonder if he's from ex-British Army, because later on, Hanover says to him, obey orders, soldier, or words to that effect. So I'm guessing he's an ex-soldier. The Mummy, Lord of Illusions. I know I've not seen Lord of Illusions. I've not seen that one. That's with Scott Bakula in it, and I've not seen that one. But it's Clive Barker, and I'm not a big Clive Barker fan. Anyway. Right. So, off they go into the ship. Getting in the hard way. You think don't they have ladders and stuff on the outsides of ships so you can climb up? If you fall overboard. I don't know. But they go up. They use like a bat thing. A batarang sort of thing to go up. And Joey thought that was fun. And that's what he's saying there. Look, that was kind of fun. So, right. So, some of them are heading up to the bridge, and Joey and Finnegan and T-Ray and Malooly. Is that his name? I've forgotten. Cliff Curtis. Is it Mamooley? Mamooley. How close? They're heading down to the machine shop. Another one I've watched dozens of times, Lord of Illusions. Like I say, I've not seen it. Heard of it. But as I said, I'm not a big Clive Barker fan. I don't like hate him or anything like that. It's just Hellraiser I want exactly, blown away by. It's a film, I appreciate, what it's done for horror cinema and stuff. And Nightbreed, I think that's way overrated. But anyway. Anywho. Right. So, here we go. Alright, they're heading for the atrium, that's it, because they're gonna take everybody. They think all the passengers will be in the atrium. Because they don't know what's happened, you see. So they're going shouting, "Nobody move!" But there's nobody there. But there's blood everywhere apparently. And after this, it's when they decide to. Some are heading up to the bridge and some are heading down to the machine shop. An elevator comes up. They all get ready with their guns, but there's nobody in it. Elevators do that. You see it in films a lot. Who's using the elevator? Well, nobody. Elevators are designed to, automatically move about. But anyway, obviously there's nobody in. So, we see all the lifeboats are still there. Apart from that speedboat. How was the speedboat? Don't know, but there was. So wondering where everybody's gotten to. Right, so they're gonna. This is where they decide. Somebody's gonna go up to the thingy. Is it bridge? I think there's some go up to the bridge and they're heading to the machine shop. Anyway, but then they hear a noise and they all start shooting the guns. This is the Predator mowing down the jungle scene. They're using massive bullets. How do they get 1,000 rounds in? I don't know. They're massive shells, aren't they? But there they are, having fun. And so they're impressed with their new guns, and then they decide to start shooting again. Gunfire barrage resumes. They only stop them with when Hanover comes in and says, knock it off. Right, so they're heading to the machine shop on sub-level 9. There you go. T-Ray Mamooley go with the others. And they're heading up to the... I'm sure they said bridge, but I think they head to the vault first. She comes to, presumably after being knocked out by the oriental vegetables. And now she decides she can get out. She hears the noise. Those shells look like at least 5.56, if not 7. I have no idea. If Sci-Fi Quest were here, he would give us all the stats. Pure Ceylon tea as well, very nice. Anyway, so she hears that noise, then she decides she can just break out, which she does with ease. There you go, she opens this panel. So why didn't she do that earlier? Maybe she thought they'll just catch me again and throw me back in. There we go. She just shorts out something and the door opens. There we go. And off she goes. She heads to the vault as well. Because, she's nothing if not tenacious. They've gone to the bridge. So they have gone to the bridge to see what's happening. They see everything's shut down. But it wasn't supposed to stop the ship. So what stopped the ship? Well, we know that, don't we? A big monster. Meanwhile, Layla's welding. Sometimes welding, sometimes just holding a blowtorch. Depends what angle we're looking at it from. I mean, from this angle, she's just holding a blowtorch on that. But then from the front, when it shows it... she hears a noise, by the way. He's going to show it from the front. There's all sparks, as though she's welding something. It's not doing it there, but then shows the other angle. Film. There we go. See all sparks coming off. Anyway. But then a body comes out of the sea at her. The body of a man, there it is. Obviously one of the victims from the ship. So she screams at that. And then something, there we see it again, look. Something's taken a bite out of him. And then something grabs her and pulls her out. Hang on, there we go. Here we go, screaming and pulls her out. I missed it again. There we go. Ah! So, poor Layla's gone. Yes, chick with the muscles, yes. Miss Korea. Chick with the muscles. He says that in a minute, doesn't he, when he comes down. So make sure we're still going. Yeah, we are. Yeah, right. Hang on. Make sure Twitch is still going because it's doing silly buggers again. For some reason, yes, we are still going. Right, where were we? So poor Layla's gone now. So she's the first to go, isn't she? Unfortunately, you think one of the bad guys would be first to go, but no, it's one of the good guys that's first to go. Anyway, so they get to the machine shop, and they start doing their stuff, mending things. Just me to land right on that. The closest it gets to it. Mamuli sees the photos from the engineer, the mechanics on the thing, so that's got his attention. But then Joey says, "What stinks?" And so he hits him. Says, "Did I say it was you?" He says, "I don't like you." He says, "You don't even know me." Anyway, he hears a noise somewhere off to the side while they're, doing mechanicy things with hammers and stuff. So he goes off to check that, and he tells Mamuli, "Keep an eye on them too." So off he goes. Meanwhile, Joey's found a peanut, but then he drops it in the water. By the way, Finnegan says, "I thought the hulls on these ships were supposed to be impregnable." Says, "Yes, so." Says, "Why are my feet wet?" Because you can see they're surrounded by water. T-Ray looks a little like Arnold in that side by side with Joey. Does he? Let's have a look. That one. Or that one. Don't know. Maybe a bit if you squint. It does remind me. So it'd play a good... I'm watching it, I'm thinking... I can't remember what I thought it'd be good in. It'd be good in... I can imagine him as an SG team in Stargate. Like an SG team soldier. The one of them that goes a bit crazy. Finds some alien technology on a mission. And goes a bit crazy. I can imagine him being in Stargate as a SG-11 or something. Anyway. Colin Farrell playing Arnold. Yes, it could be like Colin Farrell doing an Arnold. Anywho, there he goes, slaps him up. "I don't like you. You don't know me." Anyway, so he goes off to check this noise. Then we get a glimpse of the beast. Or one of the beasts. Whatever. No spoilers. He'd have been good in that. Shame he's passed. Yes, F's in the chat for him. As I said, drug overdose, accidental. Silly man. Anyway, only 40 years old. Anyway, so he goes off checking that. Drops his peanut. He's hearing noises, and then he gets got, basically. But not before some cabling scares him in a minute. Is it this bit? He has a drink of seawater for some reason. Don't know why. Spits it back out. And then, is it this? It's coming in a minute. Some cabling scares him. There we go. So we get a jump scare. And then something grabs him. Here it comes. In a minute. There he goes looking, seeing what is that? There's something bubbling under the water. And then here's a growl. And it gets him. There we go. Water gurgling. And it... I don't know how. He'd gone miles away, hadn't he? But somehow his gun drops on the table where Finnegan's working. And then all blood comes out on these pipes. But he was miles away, wasn't he? Well, he seemed to be. Not miles, literally, but you know what I mean. He was quite a way away, wasn't he? He wasn't like just at the other side of the room. He'd like gone down a corridor and stuff, hadn't he? That's what it looked like to me anyway. But there we see a bit of blood, a bit of claret. And so Mamool is saying, "What have you done to him?" What did we do? Nothing. Meanwhile, in the vault, Trillian's arrived. So she's... Oh, she'd stolen Canton's wallet. But she got locked in the supply place, the larder. She'd got Canton's wallet, and he'd got a security card. So she just put that in. She's about to put that in. But then Hanover and his men arrive. She's making out. As assistant to the purser, I'm afraid they'll have to report you, because she doesn't know what's happened. And he grabs hold of it and says, "Where's the rest of the passengers?" He goes, "I don't know, sleeping." But, she owns up she's just a passenger. And then Vivo, Jimon Honsu, was also in Stargate. Next Monday's Magnificent Mondays, the original Stargate film. Don't think too much about the logic in this. No. It's a Stephen Sommers film, isn't it, after all? Jimon Honsu takes the card off her, says, "This will make my life easier," because they want to get into the vault as well. There's got to be of assistance. And so he pops it in and get ready for all the money, and then it opens up and he gets an axe in the head. And they wanted to cut this, did, the studio or the censors or whatever, I think the studio, wanted to cut this scene, because they thought it was too gory. And Stephen Sommers stuck to his guns and says, "No, we need to see it." So he gets killed. So that's the end of Vivo. Killed by Canton, by the way. So then Billy and Mason start shooting into the vault, killing them 3 people. But not the person that killed Vivo. Anyway, so there's just Canton and Captain Atherton left. There we are. And he's saying, "I thought it was one of them." Obviously, they don't know what he's talking about. "You just killed one of my best men." Anyway, then something grabs hold of, back down in the machine shop, something grabs hold of Mamooli and starts dragging him around. It's kind of reminded me of the snowflake scene in Ace Ventura. When Ace Ventura gets got by the shark in the tank. He says, "That's not Snowflake." And he's like going backwards and forwards. That kind of reminded me of this bit. He goes backwards and forwards, and it pulls him through some pipes and stuff like that, and then blood sprays, etc. So that's the end of Mamoulis. They're dropping like flies. Love Famke Janssen, also in Lord of Illusion. Is she? I didn't know that, because I've not seen it. All I know is Scott Bakula's in it. They've both been in Star Trek, haven't they? Scott Bakula, obviously Captain Archer, Famke Janssen as What's-Her-Face in The Perfect Mate. With the Trill patterns, and in this she's playing Trillian. But anyway, poor G-Mon, he didn't deserve that. No, he didn't. It was technically a baddie, but he didn't deserve an axe to the head. He wasn't going to hurt anybody if he didn't have to, did he? Anyway, look at these big spanners here. Speaking of Stargate, I wonder if Siler is like one of these big spanners. Sorry, big wrenches. The perfect prefect mate for sure, yes. What, at Hogwarts. Right, so they know that there's some monster on board, so they picks up the gun, starts shooting, tells Joey to get the parts, shoves them in a bag, and they're out of there. So, right, so they've got to, they're getting out, and they're getting out of the vault as well to see what's going on. They're heading down there to the machine shop. Meanwhile, they're getting chased by something under the water, and here we have the old metal ball on a cable. Which is how they do this, isn't it? Metal ball on a cable underneath the thing. Just pull it along, don't they? The magic of movies. So there we go. So they're running for their lives. She gets in an elevator. No Jeffrey's tubes in this. The elevator's not working properly. She's hearing all in the elevator and clanking and groaning and all stuff. So the elevators are not going in the right direction, or going wrong, or dropping, or going up when they're not working properly. So there you go. So she's panicking a bit, and then the door opens and she hits Joey with her shoe like so. Smack. And she wants to get out. He says, "Hey, lady, it's no better out there." And she goes, "Oh, I think you broke my nose." And then she's horrible to him. She says, "Oh, break the rest of your face. Might be an improvement." I thought, not very nice. Poor Joey. Anyway. So, then more people come in the elevator. So, they tell him to drop the guns. They drop their gun. She drops her shoe. Funky Johnson, The Faculty, good times. Yes, we did The Faculty, didn't we, a while ago? Yes, we did. I think we did. Yes, we did. Good is The Faculty. Anyway, so they're all in the elevator now. So they're heading wherever. I don't know where they're heading. I forgot where they said, but they're heading somewhere. I forgot where they said they're going. But it's all kicking off. The elevator's doing all daft stuff, and there's roaring and all that stuff. And then I think the music comes on. The Muzak, the girl from Ipanema, comes on. Do 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 do. That copyright strike. There you go. The girl from Ipanema. And then the elevator drops. Look, that's an elevator. Not like they've got on the Starship Discovery, but, a proper elevator. Going down, and somehow they all survive. Oh dear, yes, the girl from Ipanema. Lands at the bottom, they all just get thrown out. There we go, bing! They all get thrown. They're fine, everything's lovely. Nobody's hurt. But they've landed at the bottom, wherever they've landed. And they're in this corridor that's full of skeletons and gooey flesh. By the way, Rob Bottin did the practical effects, or his studio, whatever, did the practical stuff on this. And, the gooey stuff of skeletons. And Billy, that we'll see in a bit. I think it was one of his last... It didn't do a lot after this film. It popped up every now and again doing stuff. But I think this was his last major movie. Yes, jumped just before it hit bottom. Yes, that's supposed to do, isn't it? Like in the cartoon. Anyway, I've just pressed something. I don't know what. Right. So I see lots of skeletons. But then, there you go, like that. But then something's coming through that door. Finnegan were about to pick up a gun, and Hanover stopped him. But then something comes through this door, and Hanover flips the gun up to Finnegan. But then something's coming through. Look, it's coming in through the goddamn walls, even. So they all start shooting, obviously. Here we go. In a minute. Gooey. And I think they're going to go running off soon. There we go. They start shooting. Like that. Because something's coming through the walls. We're going to get a look at it soon. So they get through this door. Oh no, this is Billy. This is Billy. What I'm talking about. This is Billy. He's gone looking for Layla. This is where he's saying, chick with the muscles. This is that line, isn't it? There you go. Chick with the muscles. It's obviously nowhere to be seen because she's being got, and presumably it must have got that other body as well, because I don't think we see that again. Could be wrong. Not that I noticed. But we hear, there's a noise, and let's say Billy's being got. Be no good in the army. So they've arrived in this room. Some sort of maintenance room in there with handily placed, clean clothing that just happens to fit Famke Janssen. Thank God she's 5'11", eh? She's the same proportions as a burly mechanic on the Argonautica, it seems. So where he's describing what happened. It all happened so fast. The ship just came to a stop, and they couldn't even use the lifeboats, and they don't know what happened to the passengers, and blah blah blah. And they hid in the vault. That's all they could do. But then I think it's this scene where Treat Williams noticed. Sorry, Finnegan noticed. Get the lid on. What is it with these new things with these new lids where you can't take them off? We've got a little thing on. You can't bloody close them again. Unbelievable. Close. That's it. Right. Anyway, where were we? Earlier on, Finnegan had noticed that Canton spoke to Hanover by name. He said Hanover, to him. So he's noticed that Canton knows Hanover. So this is where he puts two and two together. So he's saying that, obviously, they needed an inside man, did Hanover's team. And he says, so Canton was that inside man. There we go. Hanover had a connection on this ship. More cocking. There's loads of cocking in this film. Oh, by me. So he says, oh, yes, very good, Mr. Finnegan. So he says, how can we fix the comms? They want to send a message, send the Marines. But Canton says that, it's all been melted at the core, whatever that means. He says it in a minute. Oh, maybe I've gone past it. There you go. No, Pete's sake. All the systems were melted at their core. Don't know how that happened. What with the CD? But anyway, so it's where we learn that it's an insurance job, essentially, an expensive insurance job. So that's what the ship's worth, $487.6 million. But they only work in liras, apparently, in the casino. And apparently it'd never turn a profit. Even working at full capacity, it'd never turn a profit. So it's decided that the plan was they were going to disable the ship, get all the passengers off on the lifeboats, and then these bad guys were going to come, empty the vault, and sink the ship, and then claim it, and then Canton had claimed the insurance. So, and everybody be happy, nobody would be hurt. But obviously things have gone awry. So there we go. Right. So this is where they're telling all that. See, she's got some different clothes on now. You despicable, lousy bastard! That's how he says it. She grabs a gun, does Trillian, and shoves it down her pants. And he notices, look. Meanwhile, looks like he's superimposed that, doesn't it? Looks like it's a green screen, but see all goo dripping down. There you go, goo dripping down behind Joey, and then some of it drips on his shoulder. And this is where we gets a good look at the Beast, there, or one of the tentacles. By the way, the original title for this film was either Tentacle or Tentacles. I can't remember which. Just bear with me. It might say here. It might say. Does not say. No, it doesn't say. It was either Tentacle or Tentacles. I can't remember which. But there was another film called Tentacles, and I think I might have seen it. I think I might have seen Tentacles. It's rubbish but fun. I think it came out in the 70s, or 1977. Tentacles. But anyway, about an octopus, I think. Or was it a squid? I can't remember. I think I've seen it anyway. So here we go. We see a tentacle. There it is, and it's got something in it. Look, and we see like it's supposed to be a hand. That one, pressing up. Looked a bit poo, but never mind. Why am I dripping with goo? Yes, Janosch. Yes, Janosch. Why am I dripping with the goo? Because he's from the Upper West Side. So he shoots it, and then Billy drops out with a cool, gory effect. Probably the best effect in the film, to be completely honest. It's the one that everybody remembers, and it's even on the actor's IMDb image. Yes, rubbish, but fun. Definitely fits Tentacles, yes. Like I say, I think I should have seen it a while ago, but anyway. Is he coming? Here he comes. Here's Billy. As we see, he's partly digested. I don't know if I'll be able to stay on this for very long. No, Billy, don't be a hero. Yes, Well, he wasn't. He's just been eaten, or partly eaten. There we go. And the really good effect. It still stands up, doesn't it? It's obviously, a bit of CG and, blue screen and stuff with a real actor made up. But looks really cool. I won't linger on it because it might be a bit much for YouTube. But really good. So poor Billy, you'd think they'd have shot him, wouldn't you? Because he's moaning. He's not dead. He's obviously in huge amount of pain. But they don't put him out of his misery. I think they'll just run off. Because more things come. I say they shoot the creature, but they don't shoot Billy. Anyway, so they go running off again. There we go. Shooting more tentacles. There seem to be loads of tentacles coming from everywhere. From all angles. They're just running like crazy. That's why they think there's lots of them. So here we go, running down corridors. Alright, bumps into Trillian, because they all got separated a bit. And he bumps back into Trillian. And so it's Finnegan and Trillian hanging out for a minute. Geez Louise, lady! And so they're together for a moment. And she says, he says, just got to get to my boat and get the hell out of here. And she says, if you get me out of here, you can have whatever you want. And he goes, whatever I want. And she goes, yeah, whatever. But anyway, there you go. And then he says, can you get me a cold beer? And she just smiles. There we go. Because she's lovely. But then more tentacles come out. And she runs off in one direction. Because this comes out. And this separates them. And Finnegan gets knocked down to the floor, drops his gun, and then we see that they're attracted by sounds. So, as we see, he reaches out for his gun. See, it's looking at the. It can hear the steam. It can hear steam hissing from that valve. So it's obviously attracted to that. Cool effects, CG. By the way, the effects, CG effects in this film were done by mostly Dream Quest. And another one, Blur, but some of them, all the on-screen graphics that we saw, when they were doing when they were on the bridge and that, and in the security place, when they were doing the sabotaging the ship, they were done by a band from the ranch, who also did a couple of the visual effects as well, that we haven't seen yet. But also ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, came in and did a few as well, and did some like tidying up effects. So there you go. But it was mostly Dream Quest that did the CGI. Right, and I don't know who did the models, because there's quite a lot of model work. And the ship meets its fate at the end. That's a big model. So, anyway, where were we? Well, yes, it's trying to grab the guns. It makes a scraping sound, so it opens up to him, and it kind of reminds me of that film Alone in the Dark with, forgot his name. It's kind of like a young Jack Nicholson. He was in Star Trek 6. I've forgotten his name. With him in it. An Uwe Boll film, that one. It kind of reminds me of the monsters in that. Or the style of the CG kind of reminds me of that. Probably came out about the same time. Anyway, what was his name now? I bloody can't remember. Win Grace or no. Where were we? Oh, right, so it's going to get him. It's about to get him. But then Trillian arrives with her gun shooting. There we go. Well, and she says, time to go. So they go running off, and he says, I owe you one. Says, damn right you do. So, says, he'll get her off when he gets his boat, so to speak, when he gets his boat going. Christian Slater, that's the fella. That's the fella, yes. I can never remember his name. Broken Arrow, etc. Oh, dear. Right, where were we? Alone in the Dark wasn't as terrible as Uwe Boll usually does. But the second one absolutely was. I haven't seen the second one. I like Alone in the Dark. I think it's quite good. I think the effects are pretty good in it. But anywho, I think it's his best one. It's not a high bar, is it? But he gets a lot of stick, doesn't he, Uwe Boll, for his films. I don't know why. I know some of them are pretty crap, but I think his films always made a profit, didn't they? Because he made them. I don't know if he made them for no money or anything, but I think they always made a profit. Anyway, Christian nepotism, Star Trek 6 later. Is he related to somebody from Star Trek? I didn't know that. Is that how he got his gig in Star Trek 6, his cameo? Did he know somebody? Who's he related to then? I've no idea. I don't know. Anyway, right, so... meanwhile, the captain, poor Captain Atherton's being grabbed. The things grabbed him through this catwalk. It pulling him down. Canton won't help him. He's just standing there, and it's up to there we go. Won't help him, and it's up to Finnegan and Trillian to try and save him. There you go. They try holding on, but no, it's got him, and it pulls him down. So that's the end of Captain Atherton, and then I forgot his name, Mulligan. Eat this, you wankers. Yes, his mom, I think. Oh, cool. Uwe Ball equals updated Roger Corman. Don't know. I won't put him in such high regard. Pound shop Roger Corman, you might say, or Wish Roger Corman, etc. His mother, Mary Jo Slater, was the casting director. Fair enough. I don't know how people bang on about nepotism though. I don't, because you're gonna get your family. It happens everywhere in business, doesn't it? Companies are called so and so and son, etc. So why not give your family members a job? Anyway, whatever. Anyway, so they're shooting at it. There we go. Wailing recedes, so they're gonna have a breather. And then he just decides he's worked out what it is, what the monster is. Arkea Otoya family. It sounds like a Samoan wrestler, doesn't it? But it shows a picture. I'm sure it shows a picture on Wikipedia of the. I thought it did. Oh, there we go. Yes, it does. Shows a picture on Wikipedia of what an Otoya looks like. It's an archaeopriapulid worm. So there you go. But that's a fossil. Anyway, so I don't know. Canton theorises that the creatures, what it says on Wikipedia, the creatures are an evolution of the Otoea, which drain their victims of their bodily fluids and then eject the carcasses. So that's what, I don't know if they're still around or if they're an extinct thing. Meant to put a question at the end of that. The updated Roger Corman. I don't give a crap. It's a fun trivia. Well, yeah, that's it. I don't either. Anywho, I mean, it's a bit annoying. It can be a bit annoying, for instance, Rob Zombie always has his wife, in a starring role. That can be a bit annoying, can't it? But giving them, little roles or whatever, stuff to do, fair enough. Anyway, that's another one I'm not in. I don't like Rob Zombie films either. He should have stuck to being a musician. Anywho, so anyway, it's telling all about the what they are. There you go. 4,000 feet, they're little. Why are they little at 4,000 feet and massive at 40,000 feet? I don't think the sea's 40,000 feet deep, is it? It's nearly, not far off, but I don't think it is. Well, you'd think they'd be smaller, wouldn't you? Because of the crushing depths. Whatever. There you go. At 20,000 feet, they've been known to eat great white sharks or whatever, whole sharks. But I thought they were extinct. It said on Wikipedia there they were extinct. Never mind. At least Mrs. Zombie is generally worth looking at. Yeah, she's alright. But can she act? I don't know, because I'm not a big fan of Rob Zombie's films. I've not seen many of them. So anyway, there we go. Who gives a crap what they are? And he's saying that the kind of intelligent Otto AI, and later on, Finnegan compares them to octopuses that are intelligent. Big Monsters fan, not the Rob Zombie ones I've not seen. could be the best film ever, for all I know. But I'm not gonna watch it anyway. Yvonne De Carlo, she was the only Lily Munster. Anyway, that's where we learned that. Oh, it says, and then they eat you, right? It says, no, they drink you, and then spit out the skeletal remains, etc. I love the OG Munsters, but Rob Zombie's version was meh. I've not seen it. Anyway, right, so Finnegan says what his plan is gonna get to his boat, fix it, and get the hell out of there. And Hanover said, I still give the orders round here. And said, well, you stay, give all the orders I want, but I'm out of here. So, and all the others decide, but they're going with Finnegan. So right, so they're heading through the ship to get back to his boat. And he's using his map to get them there. My favourite era of Rob Zombie is listening to Dragula on the soundtrack of the great PlayStation game Sled Storm. Not played it. I think I might have heard of it, but not played it. I really only know Rob Zombie. He used to do Edge's entrance music, at wrestling. I can't remember what it was now. What was it called now? I can't remember the song, but that's where I really know him from. Anywho, enough of Rob Zombie. We're talking about Deep Rising. Anyway, so they're heading through the ship. Oh, look, the lights go out. Why? Because Joey says, could it get any worse than the lights go out? So thanks, Joey. They're animals, man. Anyway, so they're heading to wherever. Oh, right, and he's humming The Girl from Ipanema because he can't get it out of his head. Pretty much like me. It's going through my head even now. Right, so they get to a dead end. They can't get through these doors because they're buckled. And there's just a pool of water. There we go. In their way. So this is the Poseidon adventure scene, or Alien Resurrection scene, if you want. But I'm more reminded of the Poseidon adventure scene, the scene where Shelley Winters, because she's an amazing swimmer in the character, goes swimming and then dies. Anyway, what am I laughing for? Don't know. But that's the way they've got to go. They've got to go through that water. So Finnegan and Hanover and Mulligan, they go first. It says, if we make it through, we'll fire 2 rounds, which he doesn't do. Well, I don't hear him anyway. They give Trillian a big gun, one of the Chinese guns. And they said, do you know how to use that? She says, yeah, if something comes at me, I'll just pull the trigger until it goes away. But we see there's a bit more to it than that, as we'll see. So off they go into the water. Yeah, kind of reminiscent a bit of the Alien Resurrection scene, where they're swimming through the bowels of the ship, the Auriga. And yeah, so there we go. Off they go, swimming away. Oh, aye, he finds an arm. So freaks out. I don't know whose arm it is. Does it matter? It doesn't matter to whoever arm it was, but So, but he's fine. Gasping and choking. So they're waiting. Why hasn't he done his 2 shots? I don't know, but they're still waiting. And as they're waiting, where Kevin Connor does his ad lib. He ad libs this, making, can you just get asthma? Or do you have to be born with it? He ad libbed that. But then all stuff starts blowing up for some reason that isn't made quite clear. Definitely a cool scene in Alien Resurrection. I really like Alien Resurrection. I don't know why it gets all that grief. But anyway. Fun fact, this movie is taking place during the events of Finding Nemo. Yeah, probably. I did mention Dory earlier on, didn't I? Anyway. So he closes that door. There we go. All tentacles are coming. Not great, but, fine. So it's where she shoots the gun in a minute, and she finds out it's not as simple as that. Here we go. She's going to shoot it in a minute. Oh, aye, Canton's he's out there. You know, he's gone already. So they're waiting now, and then decide. You know, oh, she shoots and it knocks her in the water. There we go, hilarious. But they carry on shooting at the tentacles. There we go, and then they end up in the water. They swim off. But Mason gets got. Here we go. He gets got by one of the tentacles. It grabs hold of him. There it is, got him. But he's got grenades. So, as we see, he goes back. And, screaming echoes. Can you echo in water? I suppose you can. Echo location, I suppose, can't you? And as... there we go, Mason's got a grenade, look. And as it pulls him down... we see an explosion underwater. This is one of the effects that Band from the Ranch did. They actually took the underwater explosion from Crimson Tide and faffed with it and used it there for the demise of Mason. Right, anyway, so everybody else gets out. Campton's got out, Joey's got out, but not Mason. So, you know, not many left now. How much long before we can expect a rescue? 17 days. We're not going to last 17 hours, man. Anyway. I also like the Resurrection. I also liked Alien 3. I've liked all the Alien films. I've liked all of them. Like I've liked all the Terminator films, even the bad ones. I still enjoy them for what they are. Yep. Anyway. So that's where we learn that, you know, there's no rescue coming, you know, long enough for them to survive. So there you go, a day or two, they've no chance. But Joey suggests, and Mulligan also says, you know, they should just lock themselves in this room here, which seems to be some sort of kitchen, because there's bread and gas, and fire and stuff. Should stay there until rescue does arrive. But this is where Finnegan does his octopus analogy. So he's going to, that's where he says it, because they're all arguing about, you know, whether they should stay or go. And then they go there arguing, look, you know, we should kick ass and take names, and Hanover saying we should go. And this is where Finnegan tells his story about, I once saw a guy put a fish in a bottle and give it to an baby octopus, and the octopus felt the bottle all the way around, unscrewed the cap and got in and got the fish. So how clever they are. But this isn't an octopus, it's something else, but never mind. But it's supposed to show that this creature's clever. The moral of the story is, where the fish? And they're in the bottle. So they're all going to go. But now I think Mulligan's going to get got, because they all start looking behind him. And he says, it's behind me, isn't it? And he looks round, and it's there, and it gets him. What are you looking at? It's behind you. So it gets him, and I think they shoot him. Or just shoot in that direction. Is that Mulligan? I haven't got him yet, has it? It gets him in a minute. It could just get him in a minute. There we go. Got him now. There we go. Got him now. Right, so they're all running off again. All right, I think the ship's sinking now. I think because the like automatic hatches that are closing shut. That's what he's talking about. So they're heading this way. This is where he learned. They decide. Canton decides that it's pushing them towards the bow of the ship. There we go. And said, what's at the bow? This is at the bow of the ship. And they come in and see all these skeletons and all this goo and dead people. But for some reason, you can hear these screams and wails. Not whales. Oh, not them sort of whales. You know, humpback whales. Humpback people. Can you hear all these... hang on, I will play it. You know, this is a bit of Stephen Sommers nonsense. Because you can just hear them screaming. Is that supposed to just show us what pain they were in as they were being drunk alive? Drunk or drank? Don't know. Anyway, cool skeletons. Looks like a dead end to me. But where's Canton? He's buggered off. By the way, yes, he'd gone into another room and locked it. And so he's gone off by himself. Kindness is putting him down. Yes, I thought they did, but they didn't, did they? It just got him. Anyway, loads of water comes in now. They're breaking through the hull. There it goes. Loads of water comes in. So off they go running, off a blue screen. And all the water's coming in. Is this where we see Canton in a minute? No, have I gone past it? Yes, that's Canton, isn't it? There we go. Canton's there. And he goes through into a room, locks himself in, won't let them in. And they get washed away. There they go. They get washed away in the water. Meanwhile, Joey and Hanover, they're running away as well. And he says, Hanover gets out a couple of grenades. Joey's lost his gun. Hanover gets out a couple of grenades, and Joey grabs one and just throws it. And then doesn't realise you have to, cock it or whatever. I don't know, you have to do something, because they're not just regular grenades. Not like old pineapple grenades. But he just throws it. He says, you didn't tell me how to do that. So he throws the other. And off it goes. We see an explosion. Boom. So, anyway. Finnegan's lost the backpack with the parts to mend his boat. And he can't go back for it. So they're buggered. Meanwhile, Joey and Hanover, Joey says, they're catching up, we've got to slow them down. And he says, the only thing that slow them down is food. And Joey says, all I got is a wet stick of gum and a breath mint. What else can we give them? And Hanover shoots Joey in the leg. There we go. What do we feed them? And Hanover shoots Joey in the leg. But look, he still gets away. There you go. Canton's got outside, look. He notices his ship's going to sink, and then he gets happy because it's going to sink. Yes, ugly bags of mostly water. That's what humans are, aren't they? Oh my God, it's going to sink. And then he gets all giddy because he thinks of insurance money. Dear. Close your bugger. Oh, never mind. I'll knock it off now. No, I've not closed the lid. So then he gets happy. Then he notices an island. Ooh, an island. But it is mentioned earlier on that there's lots of uncharted islands in this area. Is there such a thing these days? With like satellite stuff. Are there any islands left to discover? I don't know. But you don't think so, would you? But anyway. But there's an island there. We'll call it Skull Island, for want of a better word. There you go. An island. So they've got to get there for safety. She's looking down. Oh, she does a Millennium Falcon thing here. There we go. That heap of junk is your boat. She's been Luke Skywalker, isn't she? Pardon me. So that's their way off. Island of misfit toys. Explosion in the water, logged in closed metal box, and still hear and talk to each other. Logic. Yeah, well, that's it. Don't overthink it. All the eardrums have been popping, won't they? Bleed. Anyway, so where were we? Have to get onto his boat and get away. But no, he's got a plan because he knows they can't get away because he's lost the machine parts. So he's got another plan. So they're going to use, this is what the speedboat were fastened to, wasn't it? They're going to use that to go down a level. There Joey arrives. He's escaped the tentacles. I think he's arrived in is it the atrium they call it, where they started. And he comes, he finds a gun on the floor. Then there we go. Hanover's there, looking a bit weird. Joey, grabs hold of Joey, and was obviously looking a bit bit worse for wear, as though something's up, and then we see that it's got hold of him as one of the tentacles, and it's slowly ingesting him. Shh, Josh. Slowly ingesting him. So Joey gives him the gun. He says, "Don't say I never give you anything." And then he's walking off. There we go. Says, gives him the gun. Says, "Don't say I never give you nothing." And as he walks away, he shoots at Joey. Hang on, I've gone too far. There we go. As he walks away, he shoots at Joey. And he goes, "You arsehole!" Joey goes off. And then he holds the gun to his temple, and it's empty. Ha ha! So then it eats him. There we go. It finishes him off. Meanwhile, with an up above shot of a very 2D boat. It looks like it's made out of paper, doesn't it? Just stuck on a plate of glass. Looks very poo. So here we go. They're in this. Is this where they came in at the beginning? It looks like it's this big open door. Why that's there, I've no idea, but it just is. They're in here, where there's what they call them, jet skis and stuff like that. They've got to find the keys for the jet skis. Here we go. There you go. She finds them. She's got to find the keys. Probably in that office there, but she comes across, I think before, she comes across Canton. Meanwhile, Finnegan's back on his boat. He's got his plan. He's going to arm one of the torpedoes. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. He's going to arm one of the torpedoes, and this is his plan. Is it Joey? Yes, Joey's there. He tells Joey to get the engine going. He says, "But give me the parts." He says, "I lost them." There we go. And he says, "Well, how can I get the engine going without those parts?" He says, "The boat will only go like a couple of blocks or something like that." He says, "That's all we need." So right, there we go, city block. That's all we need. So get moving, do your job, get the engine working. That's where we learn that Layla didn't make it. Boo. So anyway, off he goes. There he goes, mending stuff with an angle grinder. Is he still doing Ipanema? I don't know. We're playing music, innit? Thinking about Layla and being sad. Anyway, so there we go. Meanwhile, he's sorting one of the torpedoes out there, sticking it out of the hole in the hull. And then he's going to set a course for it to hit the ship, the Argonautica. He's going to blow up the Argonautica. So when that torpedo explodes, presumably the other, what did they say, 8 or 9 of them, Joey said there were, will blow up as well. I imagine that's what happens, because the ship goes up like it's coated in petrol. It goes up like that thing on the Acolyte, that castle. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, so they get the boat going, or they don't. But he's got to go and do something else. Got to go and get her, and says, Joey, get the boat going, and set everything to run automatically. But Canton's there. Go, hello, with his gun. Oh, he's got a flare thing. So he's going to. He wants the keys for that thingamabob, jet ski. Right. So he's going back in. What's he saying here? Never mind. Yes, they're about to go, but she's not there. She was supposed to come back, thing, but she's not there yet. So he's got to go in and get Trillian. There we go. So he's saying, cut the engines. So she's being chased. He's firing flares at her, and because he wants the key to the jet ski. Why don't you just get the key for the? Surely there's more than one. You think there will be one, but anyway, never mind. So she's running away from him, but he catches her, and he says he's going to kill her. I said, I've never actually killed anybody before. And he said, and I was like saying, what about bloody Jimon Onsu? But then he goes, not deliberately anyway. But he kind of did deliberately kill him. He would deliberately kill something, wouldn't he? With the axe. But anyway, whatever. Not on purpose, that is. So she gives him the key, and but then he's going to kill her anyway because he don't want any witnesses. There you go. Because he's a bad guy. But then Finnegan comes in, shooting his machine gun, and she grabs the key back off him, and he's not shooting him, he's shooting around him. I think he's doing it deliberately. It's not just a terrible shot. He's like just driving him away. So grabs Trillian, and off they go back to the... not yet. Not yet. We're going to see the beast now, because everything starts collapsing and stuff. Hysterical wailing we're hearing now, apparently. But the beast is going to emerge. We're going to see it. There it is. Here it comes, rising up. We learn it's just one creature. It's not lots of creatures, lots of tentacly things. It's just one with tentacles that can go everywhere, it seems. So here we go. Now there's something you don't see every day. Anyway, it grabs hold of him. There we go. And punches him. I don't know why it punches him. Just does. Make sure we're still going. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Right. And somebody, it's not eating him. It's just bringing him closer to the main creature. And then we see its eye. Well, its face. There we go. Its face is coming round now. It's got big white eyes and big teeth and I'm a monster. So there we go. Maybe it wants to eat him rather than its tentacles. But he's still got his shotgun on his back, because he thinks he's Hicks from Alien. There's some super Mr. Fantastic level stretchy tentacles. Yes, they are very super stretchy. They get everywhere, don't they? Somehow. How many has it got? I don't know, but lots. But anyway, so here it is. It looks okay. I've heard people, in other reviews saying, the CG is rubbish and all that. It's not very good. It's late 90s CG. It looks fine to me. It's no worse than a bad puppet, is it? Really? It's all right. It looks all right to me. You can tell it's CG, but it's okay. So he gets his shotgun out and blows its eye out. Here we go. What you looking at? Bang! Blows its eye out, and it lets him go. So they go get to the cargo bay, so they go running off. He gets back on the whatever the boat's called. CGI is solid for the time and budget. Yes, it is. Nothing wrong with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's fine. Sometimes people are too critical, I think, of some special effects. They want it to look super realistic, and why? I don't know, but. I mean, there's bad compositing and stuff, or bad blue screens that you could think, that looks a bit poo. You can tell the difference between the foreground and the background and all that, but, whatever. Right, he gets back on the boat and he's saying, "Where's Joey?" But we see that the windshield, or windscreen as we say, is smashed, and he sees Joey's hat all covered in goo, so he's sad about that. But he's going to set the boat going. She's going to get there you go. She's got to the cargo bay. She's got to the jet ski, and she nearly shoots Finnegan. He's come back. Right, so off they go. Oh, pardon me. They're going to get on the jet ski and head to safety, but he's up above, and he looks down, sees the boat, and he sees it starting to move off. Look, its engine starts up, and it starts to move off. And so he panics and jumps down to it. There you can see the hole with the torpedo sticking out. And no! So he leaps down like a loony. There we go. And obviously that's not going to end well, is it? So he's broken his leg. Speaking of CG and practical effects, can't wait for Alien Romulus. Yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it? It looks cool. I hope it is. I hope it's as good as the trailers suggest, but I'm not building my hopes up. But I hope it is good. For Sci-Fi Quest's sake, because he's really looking forward to it. But yes, Alien Romulus looks good. But I'm going to have to wait to see it, when it comes to streaming, because I asked my son if he wanted to go see it at the cinema, but he doesn't want to. And I thought he might, 'cause he likes alien films. But anyway, never mind. Anyway, so he's broken his leg as Canton, as we see there. Look, bone sticking out. So he drags himself to the cockpit, whatever they've got. Meanwhile, they're riding about. They needed a run up to get to go up the ramp. So we need a run up. So they've bombed down this corridor, and it does a turn now. So they've got to go heading for the there we go, heading for the ramp. But the creature's there. Oh shit! So they go heading back. So now they're running for their, well, not running, you know what I mean, riding, whatever, sailing for their lives through the waterlogged corridors. There we go. A mixture, by the way, the splashes, a mixture of CG splashes and actual water splashes that they filmed against a black screen. Because they weren't very good at doing, at this point, water were quite difficult. And it's before the perfect storm. But so you get a mixture. Anywho, so they're going down there, and he's still got his shotgun. And then I think he says, there we go, cock it! Told you there's lots of cocking in this, so she's cocking for Finnegan. There we go. She's done that a few times. So they're shooting the tentacles. He gets to the cockpit, bridge, whatever you want to call it. He learns he can't control it. It's on a preset path. Right, so where are they going? So, right, so they get to these elevators, and he shoots the controls, which makes the doors open. Would that happen? I've always said, in films, they're always shooting, like, door handles or door locks, and you'd think that would just make it even more locked, wouldn't you? But he does anyway. He shoots that, bang, and for some reason that makes the door open, and then does it again. More cocking. Cock it. Did they say that in Shaun of the Dead? I think they do, don't they? Which came after this. So they get through. Woohoo! There we go. He thinks he's going to be safe and drive the boat, but, nope, because it's on a preset course that he can't do anything about. Panicked groaning. Game over. There we go. It's gone round, it's going to hit the ship, and there we go. Overacting. And it blows up. And then this ship must. And we see Finnegan's surfboard flying. This is another one from Band from the Ranch. Another thing that they added. So they didn't do many of the CG effects, but they did a couple. I said that underwater explosion and this one. There we go. So that goes flying up. They added that. The original explosion didn't have that because the end of the. We'll get to the end of the film. I'll explain it. There we go. Whatever this ship's made of, it's super highly flammable. Maybe it's all the goo from the tentacles. Maybe that's super highly flammable goo. Slime. It's all just blowing up. So they've got to get out before the ship blows up, obviously. Oh, it's exciting. There we go. It's all blowing up, look. Kaboom. Boom. Going through flames. Ah, bloody hell, fire. And them stunt people probably went, ooh, crikey. Bet they did. But anyway, look. Good model blowing up. So here we go. There we go. It's all exploding. They've got that. Yeah. Not great composite. It's fine. So here we go. They're going to hit the ramp and out they come. Just like the Millennium Falcon coming out of the Death Star, Return of the Jedi, isn't it? Yeehaw! Woohoo! There we go. So off they go, riding off into the night as the Argonautica just blows up, just like the Death Star blows up. And obviously it takes the beast with it, and that blows up as well. It's fine. That's my way. When they say it's fine, that's my way of saying, yeah, whatever. Anyway, the ship blows up. It's made of paper or whatever. I don't know, but a cool model that they're blown up. Maybe he made it deliberately like that because obviously maybe he knew, maybe I presume he designed it as well, did Canton. I don't know, but or maybe he just paid for it. I don't know, but maybe he said to the designers, "Make it super explodable," and they did. So there we go. So that's the end of the Argonautica, and off they go, riding towards, or sailing, or whatever, jet ski towards the mysterious island. And then we do a dissolve to the beach where Trillian finds a life thing. What do they call them? Life ring. That's not doesn't sound right, does it? Whatever, with the Argonautica name on it. And she goes, "Oh, I found a souvenir." There we go. We see Finnegan inspecting the engine on the jet ski. Says it's shot to shit. There we go. Found a souvenir. So then they're kissing. They're having a kiss. So they're an item now. And because he says, "Well, I guess we're stuck on this island." And then she kisses him, and he goes, "Well, I guess we're stuck on this island." And then she goes, "Better than a cold beer, eh?" And then she sees, here comes Joey. He's alive on Finnegan's surfboard. The original screen, test screen, in the original version, that the test screen for audiences, Joey died. It was assumed he'd been got. And apparently audiences didn't like that. They didn't like that Joey died. Everybody else is fine. Layla, dead, fine. Joey, no. Don't want him dying. So they thought, better bring him back then. So that's when they added the surfboard in the explosion. And so that's how he got out. So he's alive. There you go. Thought you said he was dead. I thought he was. Anyway, he explains that, tentacles got in. And he just got out in time, and he jumped overboard and swam for his life. And then the ship blew up, and he says that your surfboard almost took my head off. There you go. Or cut me in half. But anyway, they're on this island now. So looks a nice enough place. It's actually Malibu, is this where they filmed this? So it looks a nice enough place, and then they do. Then you hear a roar. Then we have a pan back. Or pull back, whatever you call it. These are the Malibu cliffs. I would say I watched this a documentary about the visual effects, and when the pull back, that showed the original plate, and then there's just buildings, there's just Malibu behind me, all buildings and stuff. And Industrial Light and Magic came in and did put the island in the background. Joshua Canuck says, they should do a sequel to this Robinson Crusoe style where Finnegan, Trillian and Joey lived on the island all these years and now their kids are being rescued. Well, I've heard two stories. I've heard that the plan the next film were going to be Journey to the Centre of the Earth. And I don't know how they're going to work that one in. But I heard another one that said the next one he wanted to do was King Kong or something to do with Skull Island. And this is supposed to be King Kong coming through the trees. Because as we pull back, something's ripping up the trees and roaring. And this was supposed to be Skull Island, apparently. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. Does it say in the Wikipedia? Let's have a look. Production, release, reception, home meet. No, it doesn't say there. Doesn't say. Does it say anything in the trivia on IMDb? Let's have a look. Just a minute. Yes, they built a water. By the way, in Canada, they built a water tank for the that burst and flooded several blocks. Crikey, cost them $600,000. Oh dear. Anyway, where were we? Sequel. See if it says anything. Hang on, I will search. I'll Control F sequel. What the hell? Control F sequel. No. Never mind. But that's what I've heard, and that's how on the documentary I watched about the visual effects, it said, I think it was John. Is it John Barton? That really ugly fella that works at Industrial Light and Magic. They did a version of him on one of the Men in Black. I think it was Men in Black 2. They did like an alien version of John Barton. It just looked like John Barton. And but it says me, oil painting. But he said the next film was going to be Journey to the Centre of the Earth. Where they were going to stay on the island and, find monsters and stuff. I presume go in the volcano that we're going to see. Hang on. Oh, for Pete's sake. There, see, presume going through there, I presume, to the centre of the Earth. I don't know. But then another thing I watched, it might have been Hack the Movies. It might have been Hack the Movies, where Tony from Hack the Movies said the sequel was going to be a King Kong sequel. Or a King Kong film, and that's what we're seeing there. Come crashing through the trees. I don't know which is true. Both would have been sweet, says Joshua Canappi. I love Sommers movies. Yeah, I think he's a cool director. He's a bit over the top sometimes, but I've liked every film I've seen of his. Even Odd. Oh, I forgot it now. Odd. What do you call it now? Odd Thomas. No, even that. We're all right. Apparently it's a California beach. Yes, it is. It's in Malibu. Yes. Yeah, with the matte painting and, like I said, with CG forest and volcano and stuff and all that jazz. Yes, it is Malibu. As I said on the documentary I watched, it showed the original plate. It's just Malibu with buildings and stuff. Anyway, so that's it. And then he says, now what? Because I forgot to mention, that's his catchphrase through the film, is Finnegan. He just say, oh, now what? That's what he says. There we go, now what? Written directed by Stephen Sommers. Music by the late, great Jerry Goldsmith. Director of photography, Howard Atherton. I wonder if the captain were named after him. Probably. There we go. So that's the end of Deep Rising. A cool film. I love it. I think it's great. One of my favourites because it's mental. It's a Stephen Sommers film after all. So there we go. Go back to that. So there we go. A lot of fun. Give it a whirl. It's out on Blu-ray, but it's really expensive. I don't know why. But you can get it on DVD for next to nothing. But I don't know why the Blu-ray's really... It is here anyway in this country. So that's why I haven't got it on Blu-ray. I've got the DVD, but I can't find the bugger. Anyway, I went looking for it yesterday and I couldn't find it. Anyway, so there we go. So that's that. That's the end of Deep Rising. So we'll leave it there. Right. Right. So, what's coming up next? Wednesday will be my news stream, probably. Fridays, Appointment with Fear. We're doing a classic. One of my favourite films of all time. Hang on. Did I miss the part where Samuel L. Jackson gets eaten? That's Deep Blue Sea. I have the Steelbook plus 3 other versions. Typical. Typical. So I've got the lowly Blu-ray. At least it's got loads of special features on. Anyway, this week on Friday Night Appointment with Fear, we're doing the original Psycho. Yay! Hitchcock. Bit of Hitchcock. I didn't know whether to save this for a Magnificent Monday or do it on a Appointment with Fear. I thought, it's kind of a horror film, isn't it? But so that's what we're doing this week on Friday Night Appointment with Fear. And then I got it out. Next Monday's Magnificent Mondays is Stargate, the original Stargate. So there we go. Told you I love this movie. Yes. So do I, but I'm not paying 30 odd quid or whatever for a Blu-ray. That could bog off. I could pay less. There were cheaper Blu-rays, but they were foreign, like European versions with the cover and all that, in like Spanish or Italian or whatever. But obviously the disc will have an English audio track. But I thought, no, I want the proper English version. But no, anyway, whatever. Never mind. Right, we'll leave it there. So, thanks Joshua Kanapke and Wyn Grace and Josh Temple. Did anybody else pop in? I don't think they did they? Don't think they did they? I'll just check back and make sure. Oh, well, we had Archmage Frey, that mysterious man from Twitch. I don't think that was it, wasn't it? So, thanks for keeping me company while I waffle on about Joshua Kanapke's favourite film of all time. Deep Rising, a.k.a. Tentacles, or Tentacle, I don't know, that's what it's originally going to be called. Right, so we'll leave it there. So, thanks for watching, and wherever you are, look after each other, and until next time, I'll see you. Hang on, what was I saying? Take care, see you all later. See you later. I keep forgetting to... Oh, never mind. Right. I'm going now. So, where's my thing? It's there. Right. So, bye.